Good morning, students. Welcome to lecture number 5. So, in lecture number 5, we will discuss how to solve numericon solve vapor power cycles. In the lecture number 1 to 4, we discuss the theory topics related to the vapor power cycles, that is, efficiency derivation of Rankine cycle, performance of a Rankine cycle, and how to increase the performance of a Rankine cycle, that is effect of pressure, effect of condenser pressure, and superheating. And as well as we discussed the formation of steam. Okay, these are the 4 theory topics we discussed in the previous lectures. So today we will discuss numericals on vapor power cycles. So in numericals on vapor power cycle, there are 3 types of problems will come to the picture. So type 1 problems and type 2 and similar type 3. So we will discuss those numericals here. So before that, we will draw one Rankine cycle again to glance. This is a Rankine cycle, and dear students, these problems numericals on vapor power cycles will be solved using thermodynamic data handbook. We need some properties of steam at desired pressure and temperature. So in the university exams, the thermodynamic data handbook, or you can also use the steam tables, will be provided in the exam hall, or the data related to the numericals will be given in the question paper. So you have to purchase a thermodynamic data handbook. Here I will show you one thermodynamic data handbook. It is with me now. So this is the one thermodynamic data handbook. So this will be used for solving numericals on vapor power cycles. Sometimes data will be given in the question paper. So coming back to the topic, so I have drawn here TS diagram of an Rankine cycle. So this is T, this is S. So here there are 4 major components that you studied. I will not take much time to discuss this here. This is one Rankine cycle, and here process number 1 to 2, it is turbine, and process number 2 to 3, it is condenser, process number 3 to 4, here it is pump, and process number 4 to 1, it is boiler, that is B. This is turbine, condenser, here it is pump, and here it is boiler. Okay, so in the previous lectures we have taken different notations. For turbine you have taken 3 to 4, and for condenser you have taken 4 to 1. And dear students, it is left to you. Different books will take the different notations. So don't bother with the notations what you have taken 1, 2, 3, 4 or ABCD. Just you see the name of the component and what type of process it is. Okay, here, so this is an ideal Rankine cycle. It is an ideal Rankine cycle. Ideal Rankine cycles. So if I ask you what is actual Rankine cycles, so what is the difference between ideal and actual Rankine cycle is, here I will write actual Rankine cycle. The difference is, say in the turbine we have not considered any losses. Here it is 1 to 2 is perfectly adiabatic process, that is reversible adiabatic expansion we have assumed. There is no losses, there is no friction we have considered. Similarly in the pump also it is isentropic or adiabatic compression process. But in the actual Rankine cycle, what will happen, I will draw the TS diagram of actual Rankine cycles, because in the university question papers the numericals may be on actual Rankine cycle or may be on ideal Rankine cycle. Ideal Rankine cycle. So I will draw the TS diagram of actual Rankine cycle. And this is saturated liquid line, saturated vapor line, Okay, both these two lines will meet at particular point, that is called critical point, that already we discussed in the previous lecture. This is critical point CP. Here I will draw the actual Rankine cycle. It is exactly similar. There is no much difference between actual and ideal cycle. The only the difference is in the turbine 1 to 2 process, and as well as in the pump 3 to 4 process, we will be considering the friction losses. We will be considering the friction losses. Those friction losses will be represented like this. So 1 to 2, because of friction the heat will be generated. Because of heat generated, the entropy increases. That is S value here. So 2 is initial, that is ideal case. 2 dash is actual cycle. Here in the pump also, so due to friction there is slight increase in the entropy. See here, this is point number 4 and this is 4 dash. This is 4 dash, this is 4 entropy, and here it is 2 and here it is 2 dash entropy. This is a difference. The remaining everything is same. So here it is actual Rankine cycles. So only the difference is you will consider the friction loss in the turbine, the friction loss in the pump also. So that is the difference between ideal Rankine and vapor, ideal Rankine and actual Rankine cycle. So now coming to the next point, here I have not represented the direction. The direction of the process is 1 to 2 and 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 1. Similarly here the direction of the process is 2 to 3. This is the direction. Now coming to the next point is, so in numericals, the step number 1, in the all the numericals he must give minimum 3 datas. First data is related, that is boiler pressure he will give, and condenser pressure he will give, condenser pressure, and one more data he will give, the quality of steam entering to the turbine, and one more data he will give, the quality of steam leaving the turbine, So these are the minimum 3 data are necessary to solve the numericals. There are other methods are there. Without these, sometimes you will give only 2, or sometimes all 3 data will be given. Okay. So before that, boiler pressure, condenser pressure. Boiler pressure will be represented by PB or P1. Boiler pressure is represented by PB or P1. Condenser pressure will be represented PC or P2. And quality of steam entering to the turbine will be represented. Quality of steam is nothing but X. And such type of problems you have studied in elements of mechanical engineering first semester and in the previous semester basic thermodynamics, that is pure substance numericals. So quality of steam will be represented by X, okay, and the unit of X is 100 percentage. So now, so this is the first step. The second step is to solve any numericals on the Rankine cycle. First you have to understand the point, the position, the points in Rankine cycle. It is very important. Okay, first for example, point number 1, if I ask you what is point number 1, so point number 1 is inlet to the turbine, because 1 to 2 is turbine. So 1 to 2 is turbine. So point number 1, point 1 is what? Point 1 is inlet to the turbine. Same point number 1 is also outlet of the boiler, because 4 to 1 is boiler process. So point number 1 will become inlet to the turbine, as well as outlet of boiler, because this sentence is very important for solving the numericals, because in the numericals, in the problem definition, he will give the value of enthalpy at inlet to the turbine is this much, the value of enthalpy of outlet of the boiler is this much. So it is important to understand these points. So similarly, point number 2, so point number 2 is here. So point number 2, point 2 is exhaust of or outlet or exhaust of the turbine, exhaust of the turbine, or the point number 2 will become inlet to the condenser as well. Correct or not? Because 2 to 3 is condenser part, so point number 2 will also become as inlet to the condenser. Similarly, point 3 is here. So 2 to 3 is condenser, point number 3 is outlet of condenser, and as well as it is inlet to the pump. 3 to 4 is pump work, so it is point number 3 is outlet of condenser and inlet to the pump. I will write here outlet of condenser and inlet to pump. Please understand carefully, so otherwise it will become difficult for solving the numericals on vapor power cycles. The problems are easy, I can solve any number of problems here. So similarly, point 4, so point 4 is here. 4 to 1 is boiler, so point number 4 will become inlet to the boiler. At the same time, point number 4 itself become exit or outlet of pump. So it is inlet to boiler or exit or outlet of pump. So these are the points that is you have to remember for solving the numericals. So next, coming back to the third point. So irrespective of ideal Rankine cycle or actual Rankine cycle which is given in the numerical in the problem definition, you have to find enthalpy at all points. So make it clear, you have to find enthalpy at all points. What are the enthalpy? H1 you have to find out, H2 you have to find out, H3, H4. So all 4 points you have to find the enthalpy if it is ideal Rankine cycle numerical. If it is actual Rankine cycle, you need to calculate 2 more enthalpies, that is H2 dash and as well as H4 dash if it is actual vapor power cycle. Understood? So this is the third point. Okay. Similarly, you calculate entropy at point number 1 and 2. We don't need entropy at point number 3 and point number 4. And dear students, don't behat only the points 1 and 2. You remember the component. For example, entropy at point 1, what does it mean? Entropy at inlet to the turbine, you have to calculate. Entropy at inlet to the turbine, you have to calculate. Similarly, at point number 2, what does it mean? Enthalpy at outlet of the turbine, you have to calculate. So don't behat the points 1, 2, 3, 4. You remember the component. Okay, in the numericals he may give A, B, C, D, not 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is point number 3. The next point number 4. As I told you, in the problems, in the numericals, he will give boiler pressure, condenser pressure or quality of steam. So coming back to the point number 4, quality of steam, very important. Quality of steam. So quality of steam will be represented by X. Okay. So now I will take once again the same TS diagram what we discussed here. This is a saturated liquid line, this is a saturated vapor line. So here process 1 to 2 is turbine, 2 to 3 is condenser, 3 to 4 is pump, and 4 to 1 is boiler. Now, so quality of steam is nothing but the percentage of steam content in the fluid. For example, I will take X is equal to 1. If any point, for example, point number 1, point number 2, or if any point lies on the saturated liquid line, then X is equal to 0. X is equal to 0 when point lies on liquid line. What type of liquid line? Saturated liquid line. If X is equal to 1, when it is possible, so if any point lies on vapor line, Now coming back to this TS diagram, we will discuss now. The point number 2, it is not on vapor line as well as it is not on liquid line. This is vapor line. I will write vapor line. Okay, so point number 2, it is not on vapor line, it is not on liquid line, but it is between these two values. So at point 2, what is the value of X? X between 0 to 1, or it is also called 0% to 100% if it is in terms of percentage. Now similarly, point number 1, again it is not on liquid line, not on vapor line, but point number 1 is the right side of the vapor line. I told you in the lecture number 2. So any region or space on the right side of the vapor line, it is purely superheated region. So superheated is nothing but the quantity of steam is 100%. There is no water contents. So here X value at point number 1 is 1. Now what is the value of X at point number 3? So point number 3 lies on liquid line, so X3 is equal to 0 or 0%. Very good. But similarly, point number 4 is not on liquid line, not on vapor line, but it is on the left side of the liquid line. So the space on the left side of the liquid line, it is all liquid space. This is liquid plus vapor. So this is vapor. This is what we discussed in the lecture number 2. So it is important for solving numericals. That is the reason I am explaining once again. Okay, so X3 is equal to 0, and X4 is also 0 because this is liquid. X1 is more than 1. Okay. So quality of steam, this is what called quality of steam, that is X. Okay. So next point is, in the quality of steam there are two types of numericals will be asked. So this TS diagram, whatever the TS diagram you have taken here, this TS diagram is superheated condition. This is superheated steam. What is superheated steam? Again I will tell you, the superheated steam is nothing but the point or the steam which is entering to the turbine. Dear students, what is 1 to 2 component? 1 to 2 is turbine. Point number 1 is inlet to the turbine. The steam which is entering into the turbine is superheated. That is the reason it is right side of the vapor line. Okay, that's the reason it's called superheated steam. Now if I ask you to draw a dry steam, dry is nothing but the X value is equal to 1, and the steam which is entering to the turbine is just 100 degrees Celsius steam. So now I will draw one TS diagram. This is TS diagram of dry steam. In the numericals, the given data will be given like this. The steam which is inlet to the turbine is a dry steam. Then you have to draw this TS diagram. Okay, if numericals, they will give the quality of steam entering to the turbine is superheated, then such type of TS diagram you have to draw, because the value of enthalpy at this point, is different. Both are not same. This is second type. So the 4.1 I will take. 4.1 is superheated, 4.2 is dry steam, and 4.3 it is wet steam. Wet steam means the quality of steam which is entering to the turbine, either it is not dry or it is not pure vapor. So it is mixture of both. That is the reason it is called wet. Means some percentage of water content will be there. So I will draw the TS diagram for wet steam. Wet steam nothing but here. We will stop here only. Here like this. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. This is a TS diagram of wet steam condition. So again the components will be remain same. There is no change in the components. So this is wet steam. Okay, so these are the 3 types of steam which is at inlet to the turbine. Okay, but just you observe here at outlet of the turbine, that is point number 2. In all 3 cases, here point number 2, and here point number 2, and here is also point number 2, it is wet condition. At point number 2, the steam which is coming outside the turbine is same in all 3 cases. Okay, now I will draw one more diagram, one more TS diagram. So you guess which TS diagram it is. 4.4 I will draw. 4.4 TS. I will draw the diagram. You tell me which condition it is. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. This is the direction of the process. Okay. Now what is 4.4 condition? At inlet to the turbine, that is 1 to 2 turbine. This is turbine. So at inlet to the turbine, the condition of the steam is superheated. At the same time, at outlet of the turbine, the condition of the steam is dry steam. Here it is dry steam. But in these 3 cases, it is at outlet of the turbine, point number 2, it is wet steam. So these are the 4 points, 4 varieties of problems they may ask you. Then going to the next point, we will discuss the formulas, the equations which is used for solving the numericals. So here I will give, this is page number 2, and here I will give the page number 1. The numericals are easy. Please put some effort, it will become easy to understand. So numericals on vapor cycle using formulas. Efficiency of Rankine cycle, this is the one formula we will use. So efficiency of the Rankine cycle will be calculated work, that is net work done divided by heat supplied. So net work done will also be calculated WT minus WP divided by heat supplied. What does it mean? Work done by the turbine minus work done on the pump divided by heat supplied. Now question is, how will calculate work done by the turbine? So work done by the turbine, WT, is equal to, now I will take the page number 1. This is 1 to 2. So in the turbine, this also, here is also same. So in 1 to 2 component, that is turbine process, point number 1 has highest temperature, point number 2 has lowest temperature, correct. So point number 1 enthalpy at point number 1 and point number 2 enthalpy at point number 2. Okay, so here in the turbine, highest enthalpy minus lowest enthalpy, if you take the difference, you will get the work done by the turbine. So H1 minus H2, highest enthalpy minus lowest enthalpy. If this is for unit mass, if the given problem has given 2 kg of mass flow rate, then m dot, usually you will get m dot is equal to 1 kg per second. So net work done by the turbine is H1 minus H2. The unit will be kilojoule per kg or joule per kg. Similarly, work done on the pump is equal to, here is the pump. Dear students, observe carefully, I need your attention here. Pump is nothing but 3 to 4. Here is also 3 to 4. Okay, so 4 to 1 is one pressure line. This is boiler. I will take as PB. Here I have done boiler pressure PB. And 2 to 3 is condenser pressure. This is another pressure. This is condenser pressure. Okay, the pump is operating between these two pressure lines. One is highest pressure, another one is lowest pressure. So in the entire cycle there are only 2 pressures. Okay, higher pressure is boiler pressure, lower pressure is condenser pressure. The pump is operating between these 2 pressures. So first, when you are calculating work done by the pump, you take highest pressure minus lowest pressure and multiply with specific volume of fluid at point number 3, because point number 3 is a starting point of pump. Okay, so work done on the pump is P1 minus P2 into Vf. Okay, next, so Wt is over, Wp is over. Now Qs. What is Qs? Qs is nothing but heat supplied to the water. So it is in the boiler, it is in pump, it is in boiler. So heat supplied process is between 4 to 1. This 4 to 1 is entire heat process, heat supplied process. So it is at constant pressure. It is at constant pressure P1 and it is at constant pressure P2, or condenser pressure, or it is boiler pressure. Okay, so 4 to 1 is a heat addition process. So which enthalpy is more? Either point number 4 enthalpy is more, or in point number 1 enthalpy is more. Obviously point number 1 is highest temperature, so if the temperature is more, enthalpy will be more. So H1 minus H4, H1 minus H4 is the formula for calculating heat supplied. If it is m is equal to 1 kg, H1 minus H4. If m is equal to 2 kg, 3 kg, you just multiply with mass m. So usually we will assume m dot is equal to 1 kg until unless given in the problem or numericals. So H1 minus H4. This is the formula for calculating Qs. This is the formula for calculating work done by the pump. This is turbine. This is Rankine cycle efficiency. So these are the 3 parameters used for calculating Rankine cycle. And dear students, now when you come back to the actual Rankine cycle, actual is nothing but we have considered losses in the turbine, losses in the pump. So efficiency of the term will come to the picture. Okay, efficiency of turbine, because it is some losses are considered. Efficiency of the turbine is equal to actual vapor, actual process, actual work done divided by theoretical work done. Theoretical work done. And dear students, you observe here which one is the actual process. 1 to 2 is actual, or 1 to 2 dash is actual? Yes, 1 to 2 is actual. 1 to 2 is theoretical, it is not considering any losses, that's the reason it is exactly straight line. But 1 to 2 dash is actual. So actual work done is nothing but highest enthalpy minus lowest enthalpy H2 dash divided by theoretical work done H1 minus H2. This is the efficiency of the turbine. And similarly, efficiency of the pump, again same, actual. Okay, efficiency of the pump is reverse of actual turbine, it is just opposite. So here you have taken actual, but here you have to take theoretical enthalpy drop, or you can say work done, no problem, same, both are same, work done divided by actual enthalpy drop. Enthalpy drop is nothing but difference in enthalpies. Okay, so here what is theoretical enthalpy drop in pump? Theoretical is nothing but exactly straight line, that is 3 to 4. So highest enthalpy is H4 minus lowest enthalpy is H3 divided by actual. Actual means due to friction there is slight increase in the entropy. You can see the difference between these two, 4 to 4 dash, the delta is change in entropy. Okay, here so highest enthalpy is 4 dash or 3, 4 dash, so H4 dash minus H3. This is the efficiency of the pump, will be used for solving numericals. So next, coming to the point, net work done, that is WT minus WP. This is a one type of equation used for, so you may ask to calculate net work done in the cycle. Okay, so next you will get power. You will also ask calculate net power developed by the cycle. So power is equal to, so mass flow rate multiplied by work done, that is net work done or work done by the turbine. So what is power? Power is equal to m dot multiplied by WT minus WP, that, or it is also equal to m dot, that is mass flow rate of steam multiplied by net work done. Net work done is nothing but WT minus WN. Okay, so similarly one more parameter will be asked to calculate work ratio. What is you ask? We will ask you to calculate work ratio. Work ratio is equal to net work done divided by work done by the turbine, that is WT minus WP divided by work done by the turbine. So one more last formula is there. One last formula, you will ask specific steam consumption is equal to m dot divided by net, that is work done by the turbine, multiply by 3600. Why 3600 is, usually it will be in terms of kg per second, understood? The mass flow rate of steam will be in terms of kg per second, so convert into kg per hour, multiply by 3600, so unit will be kg per kilowatt hour, the unit of SSC, that is specific. So I write here specific steam consumption is, here I will write this is specific, this is steam, and here consumption. So these are the some equations which are used for solving the numericals on vapor power cycles. Okay, so we will solve the first numerical now. So first you before solving numericals, first you have to write the given data. So in the given data you will be given boiler pressure, condenser pressure and quality of steam entering to the turbine or leaving the turbine. either you will give entering or leaving the turbine. So these three data are minimum data required for solving numericals. Okay, so boiler pressure will be represented by P1, this is the highest pressure, and condenser pressure will be represented by P2 or PC, this is the lowest pressure. The entire cycle is operating between these two pressures. And the second point, you have to mention point 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, which one is point 1, which one is point 2. Here in our notes I have mentioned as point 1 is inlet to the turbine, 2 is exhaust from the turbine, and input to the condenser. Okay, similarly you have to find all enthalpies at all salient points, entropy at point 1 and point 2. It is sufficient. You can find one entropy at 1, 2, 3, 4, etc., but it is not necessary for solving numericals. So similarly these are the equations